If I gave you this graph with this straight line on this graph, would you be able to tell me what the equation of that line is? Well, this is what this set of videos is hopefully going to show you here. What we're going to look at in this set of videos is the equation y equals mx plus c. Y equals mx plus c, where c stands for the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is where our straight line crosses the y-axis. So the point that these both cross over is right here. This point right here. And we can see that this point is at 1. So straight off we can say that c equals 1. So we've already got a piece of the puzzle that we can eventually put back into this equation right here. Okay, what else? We need to know what the gradient is. And that is not immediately obvious. It's not immediately obvious. But if we just think back to how do we find the gradient? The most general sense of finding the gradient, we do the vertical over the horizontal. So if we count from this point here until we reach another point, which is exactly on the corner of a box. So for example, we couldn't count to here because it's not in the corner. We couldn't count to here because it's not in the corner, but we could count to here. And if we count how many we move up and then how many we move across, that can tell us what our gradient is, because to find the gradient we do the vertical over the horizontal. So if we start here, and we can see that the next point where it goes through the corner of a box is here. To get from here to here, I have to go up 2. I go up 1, 2. So the vertical is 2, and I would have to go up 2 and then across 1. So I'd have to move horizontally 1 across. So the gradient we can find is given by 2 over 1, which is simply 2. So now I've got 2 pieces of information. I've got what my gradient is, and I've got what my y-intercept is. I've got what c is. So I can just substitute this into my formula now. So y equals whatever my gradient is. M is 2. So it's going to be 2x, and then we're going to add on our y-intercept. We're going to add on c. So the equation of this line is y equals 2x plus 1. I got that from where it crossed the y-axis. It was the plus 1 part, and then I counted up 2, then along 1, so it's 2 over 1, which gave me a gradient of 2. Okay, here I'm going to do a similar problem where I need to state the equation of this straight line. So we've got a straight line going here. The most obvious thing to do first is state where our line crosses the y-axis. So the line where they both cross over, the point is right here. So that has a coordinate of -1. So straight off I can say that c equals -1. Okay, I'm going to start from here, and I'm going to look at where I'm going to reach my next box perfectly in the corner. So not here, not here, not here, but straight here. If we can see, this point here is perfectly, or like it's perfectly on a coordinate. So I'm going to count from this box here to this box here. So remember, to calculate the gradient, we have to do the vertical over the horizontal. We can do that by counting boxes. So we're starting here and we're moving to here. So we're going to go in a vertically we're changing 1, 2, 3, 4. Just check that again, we're moving 1, 2, 3, 4. So the vertical is 4 and the horizontal is 1, 2, 3. But we should note that this time our line is sloping downwards. When our line is sloping downwards, that means we have a negative gradient. So I identified what C was. C is where my line crosses the y-axis, so it's right here. And then I counted the boxes to get from this coordinate until the next full coordinate, and the next full coordinate was here. To calculate the gradient, you do the vertical over the horizontal. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I moved down 4 boxes, then I moved across 3 boxes. So that gave me a gradient of 4 over 3, but because my line was sloping down the way, my gradient was negative. So I now have the pieces of the puzzle. I can substitute these into my equation, y equals mx plus c. So y equals, my gradient m, I just calculated, was minus 4/3. And c is negative 1. So it's minus 4 over 3x, take away 1. Thanks very much.